Welcome to the Deep Dive. Today, well, we're looking at something pretty special in cricket history.
We really are.
Australia's completely dominant 5-0 T20 International Series whitewash over the West Indies. Now, for anyone less familiar, T20I, that's the shortest, fastest format, and a whitewash, winning every single game.
Yep, a clean sweep.
And we're zeroing in on that fifth and final match, July 28th, 2025 at Warner Park. That's where Australia really cemented this huge win.
Exactly. And our Mevin here, is to unpack how they did it. Like, what were the key moments, the strategies in that last game, and what does it all mean for both teams going forward?
Right.
Because this wasn't just any whitewash. Australia became the very first full-member team, one of the top nations recognized by the ICC, to ever get a 5-0 win in a 5-match T20I series.
Wow.
That's genuinely historic. Never happened before.
An incredible achievement, no doubt.
Yeah.
Okay, let's dive straight into that final match then. West Indies batted first.
Yep, set a target of 170, all out just inside their 20 overs in 19.4.
And they had some real firepower early on, didn't they? Shimron Hetmyer, he looked fantastic.
Oh, absolutely. Top scored with 52 off just 31 balls. Proper T20 hitting.
And Sherfane Rutherford, too. A quick 35 off 17. That sounds like they were building towards a really big score.
It certainly looked that way for a while, yeah. You get starts like that, you're thinking maybe 190, maybe 200. But, and this is crucial, the innings just sort of collapsed in those last few overs.
Okay, so it wasn't smooth sailing all the way.
Not at all. It really shows where Australia turned the screws. Their bowlers, particularly Ben Dwarshuis.
He had a good game, right?
He did, 3 for 41. And Akeal Hosein, maybe even more impressive, 3 wickets for just 17 runs.
Wow. 3 for 17 is incredibly tight in T20.
It really is. Dwarshuis was smart with his pace variations, the slower balls, the wide Yorkers at the death. And Hosein he choked the runs completely, kept it tight, varied his pace.
So their bowling in those final overs was key to restricting West Indies to 170.
Absolutely fundamental. They really pulled it back well. Stopped that big finish West Indies were hoping for.
Okay, so 171 the target for Australia. They got there 173 for 7 with 7 balls left, so in 17 overs.
Yeah, tasted down fairly comfortably in the end, time-wise.
But looking at the score, 173 for 7 suggests it wasn't exactly a walk in the park. They lost wickets.
No, definitely not. They actually hit a rough patch early on, found themselves 60 for 4 at one stage.
60 for 4. Okay, that's pressure.
Yeah.
Game on at that point.
Big pressure. And this is where, the match really swung, that partnership.
Oh, yes, the comeback. Mitchell Owen and Cameron Green.
That's the one. A really powerful 63-run stand. Owen hit 37 off just 17 balls and Green 32 off 18.
Wow, that's a rapid scoring. That must have completely changed the momentum.
Totally. It wasn't just boundaries either. They ran hard, rotated the strike really well, put the fielders under pressure. They systematically took the game away from the West Indies right there.
And then others chipped in to finish it off.
Yep. Tim David came in, smashed 30 off 12. Proper finishing cameo. And Aaron Hardy saw them home 28 not out. It just showed their batting depth, really, even after losing early wickets.
Incredible middle order strength. So, looking at the standouts, Ben Dwarshuis, you mentioned his bowling. He got player of the match.
He did, yeah. Those 3 wickets were vital in restricting West Indies, especially in that context of the innings collapse. Well-deserved for the final game.
But player of the series, that went to Cameron Green.
Yeah, and you can see why. He was described as a consistent powerhouse right through the tour.
Right.
Ended up with 205 runs across the series, but it was more than just the runs. His contributions were consistently stellar game after game. He was sort of the bedrock of that middle order.
That consistency is huge in a long tour. Okay, so Green's performance, Dwarshuis' final burst. It leads us to thinking about the strategy. Australia's depth versus maybe some tactical issues for West Indies.
Definitely seems that way.
The toss, for instance. Australia won it every single time. 5 out of 5?
Yeah. All 5 matches. And chose to bowl first each time.
How big an advantage is that, really? Winning the toss 5 times and getting to chase every time.
Oh, it's massive in T20. Especially in the Caribbean, often you get due later on, making it harder to grip the ball when you're bowling second. Knowing your target, it just simplifies the chase mentally.
Right. So that was a huge strategic plus for Australia before a ball was even bowled in the chase each time.
Absolutely. And on the flip side, you had some, questionable decisions from the West Indies side.
Like what?
Well, the captaincy of Shai Hope came under fire a bit, particularly one move in that final game, pulling Jason Holder and Alzarri Joseph out of the attack early.
Wait, when they're bowling well?
Exactly. They'd started effectively putting Australia under that early pressure we talked about. Taking them off seemed Odd. A real tactical blunder, many called it.
Why would you do that? Just sticking to a preset plan, maybe?
Perhaps, or maybe, saving them for later. But it backfired. It released the pressure exactly when Owen and Green were building that crucial partnership. It just seemed like a moment where they didn't adapt.
And that ties into the broader issue you mentioned earlier, faltering under pressure.
Yeah, it really felt like that in the death overs, both with bat and ball for West Indies. Fielding lapses crept in, bowling became inconsistent. Just those little 1%ers that cost you dearly when the game is tight.
It suggests maybe a mental side to it as well, not just skills.
Quite possibly. Australia just seemed to execute better when it mattered most. They had that clarity, that ruthlessness.
And the overall result across the tour reflects that, doesn't it?
Yeah.
It wasn't just the T20s. An 8-0 clean sweep across all formats.
8-0. Yeah. ODIs included. It just completely reinforced their dominance on that Caribbean tour. A real statement.
So for West Indies, it's clearly back to the drawing board, right?
Yeah. Oh, for sure. They've got to look hard at their tactics. Definitely that middle-order batting structure needs a rethink. And the fielding execution under pressure. Big areas to work on.
And Australia. They must be flying high.
Absolutely. They head home full of confidence. They found more depth, particularly in that middle-order batting. And also their spin options looked good.
Right.
It sets them up really well, you'd think, for their next big series, which is against South Africa.
Okay, so wrapping this up. An unprecedented 5-0 T20I whitewash, part of that bigger 8-0 sweep. Just an incredible series for Australia.
Truly memorable. A real combination of things, wasn't it? Individual brilliance like Green and Dor-Schuess, smart tactics like always chasing, and, well, frankly, capitalizing on West Indies' mistakes when the pressure was on.
It all came together for them. So here's something for you, the listener, to ponder. Given how comprehensively Australia dominated and seeing this depth they've uncovered, say, in batting and spin, how do you think this whole experience shapes their mindset heading into that South Africa series?
That's a great question. Will they double down on this aggressive middle-order approach? How will they integrate those spin options against potentially different conditions and a different opponent?
Yeah. Will this tour change how they approach playing against another top side like South Africa? Something definitely worth keeping an eye on.
Yeah.